Now we take you to Altadena, where that community is still grieving. Newly released 911 logs reveal evacuation orders came hours after the first emergency calls. Residents reported flames and trapped neighbors starting at 12:55 a.m., but officials did not issue an alert until 3:25. Remember, 18 people died in the Eaton Fire.
And I pray, Lord, that you give us hope, that we'll be able to rebuild, stand strong, and once again be a community here in this city that is called Altadena.
Community groups are getting a financial boost in order to meet immediate needs like housing, youth services, counseling, and healing. Two of the recipients of the California Black Freedom Fund are with me now. Brandon Lamar is founder of the Dena Relief Drive, and Pastor John Decuir leads Victory Bible Church in Pasadena. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here with us, and thanks for the work that you do.
Pleasure to be here.
We were just talking about this idea of the 911 calls, but I know you feel like there are some deeper issues here beyond just the 911 calls.
Yeah, I think number one, we have to look at the infrastructure of what is taking place in Altadena, especially when you talk about the infrastructure, you talk about the alert system, right? In West Altadena, you have a lot of individuals and families who did not get alerts of their fires to evacuate. And so also in that area is where the 18 individuals who were found dead. And so that's when you talk about the infrastructure of how do we alert our community of when these fires is happening, and how do we alert them to evacuate on time.
Right. And Pastor, let's talk about the fund that you're talking about. How's it work? How's it helped?
Well, I think that the California Black Freedom Fund has just been one of the funds that I think has helped us and assist us in helping some of the ones that were directly impacted. At our direct church, we have 43 people lose everything, 90 people displaced, and they're everywhere. So right now, all the support that we can get is so vitally important.
How are they doing? Where are they? What are they doing?
Great question. They're everywhere. Some are in San Bernardino, some are in Long Beach, some are in Compton. They're everywhere, but they still are commuting into the city every single day for work and for school.
Can you talk about the sort of the unique challenges of Altadena? Because it is a different recovery than what we're seeing in Pacific Palisades. It's a very different community, different needs.
Yeah, I think the real needs that are happening in the recovery that's taking place right now is really going into making sure that families have the resources that they have to rebuild. One of the things and issues that we've been finding out in Altadena is that a lot of the families have not transferred over their deeds to the living family members, so they're not eligible for resources and things of that nature. So we're working on making sure that we change legislative with that. But there's also some other things as far as the lack of insurance that families have, or families that did not have insurance at all. We're looking at even tenants who didn't have insurance in the community. So there's a real need that's been happening within our community, especially in the Altadena area.
You know, a church in its nature is about coming together and lifting people up as a group. What are you seeing firsthand on that front?
Like literally, I think one of the things I'm really proud of about our city is we've been able to come together. There are organizations like the Clergy Community Coalition, all the pastors, everybody that's come together to sit and discuss, and not just discuss, pull our resources together to help people. That's been the most thing that I think I've been proud of, is watching our community and our community leaders come together to do what we have to do to support our people.
Yeah, and we know also another challenge is there's been this generational wealth for a lot of folks, that this was kind of all they had. They had their house, but they didn't have a lot of other wealth with it. How are efforts to help people? What's your advice to people in that situation who may not only have lost their home, but maybe their mother, their grandmother also lost their home?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's a generational wealth building that we saw, especially in the African American community. This was one of the spaces. Altadena actually is the largest home ownership for African Americans in the United States. And this has taken a big toll of that. And so what we've been doing is working with nonprofits like the Green Line Housing Foundation and other organizations that are really particularly looking at housing needs and how do we make sure that the resources actually go to these families. There's been a lot of money raised, but what we're really trying to do is make sure that the funds that are raised are going directly to families so that they can rebuild their homes, and that's the biggest thing for us.
And lastly, on that point, in terms of resources, what's your advice to people now if they need help and if they want to give help?
Yeah. If they need help, we have a website that we are basically fielding all the people that we can. It's called Holdena.org. That is a site.
H-O-L-E.
H-O-L-D. Dena.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2 Ds.
2 Ds.
Yeah.
And that's where we're supporting folks. To date, we've given about 30 cars and over $1 million cash to people.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you for the work that you're doing, and best of luck. And let's stay in touch as we bring this together. And we're looking at some of the information there, including the Dena Relief Drive happening every Saturday. You can scan that QR code to get more information about that. Volunteers always welcome.
Please.
Thank you, guys.
We need a lot of volunteers.
Thank you both for what you do.